Howdy, gang. This week, the Dad and Buried podcast is going to tackle what it's like, the pros and cons of being the favorite parent. Not of having a favorite kid, which we're definitely doing in the future. Calm down.
Yeah, no.
We're going to do that one. The people spoke. I put up a
Well,
poll to see what topics people wanted. They overwhelmingly chose the pros and cons of being the favorite or preferred parent. So we're going to get into it.
You know that this is not a data-run organization that we
You know
have
what?
going here. It's
The
much
people,
more gut.
the people have spoken.
Okay.
All right. So before we get into that, I'm Mike, a.k.a. Dad and Buried. I run the Dad and Buried social media empire, I think is what that's how you've been referring to it lately. I appreciate
that. Is actually how I've been
you've come a long way, and I appreciate you coming to terms with it.
I think I was talking about it in terms of like the Han dynasty. You know what I mean?
You just fucking killed it dead again. So, so I have a blog, which is going the way of the dodo. I have a Facebook page, and I have an Instagram, which a bunch of people have been steadily leaving today because I made an analogy about Trump and Star Wars, which you have to go to my Instagram to check that out. But, hopefully after the rampaging success of the podcast, we're going to get more and more followers. And, I don't care if you have a different opinion than me. Me and Pete never agree. You're going to see that this episode.
No.
It's been testy in the studio so far already.
Yep.
It's kind of what I do. I'm an asshole. I'm testy to my kids. I make fun of them. I don't like parenting. I tell the truth, right? I'm a soothsayer, as we discussed last week.
No, definitely not. That's the one thing.
I'm Miss Cleo.
Yep.
We decided on.
The Miss Cleo of parenting, and she was annoying. As I seem to remember her. She was also
and a
really
con
annoying.
artist. I wish I could do that. I'm neither confident nor an artist.
I wish you were more like the slap chow guy.
I don't know who that is.
What?
Is that like an infomercial?
Yeah, slap chow.
I only watch streaming.
Okay. All right. Well, that's something that you can go on the internet and research for yourself.
Anyway, maybe the slap chow.
Yeah.
I'm going to check that out. So, welcome back, or, salutations, as Charlotte says in Charlotte's Web, one of Pete's favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Zuckerman's. Going to sing that later, maybe Zuckerman's. You know that?
I think we shouldn't do
I want
that.
to thank everybody who's been supporting us. If you want to know how, you can subscribe and like on iTunes. Leave us a review. At least leave us a 5-star rating. 6 stars if they... if that happens, if they go to that,
just write Apple and say I want to leave a 6-star.
Can you make a special dispensation so that I can write a 6-star review? You can go to YouTube and comment on individual episodes. Listen on Spotify, Stitcher, TikTok. We're not on TikTok yet, but we're on Instagram TV.
Oh yeah! Finally. Yeah.
That's what you just did, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're finally on IGTV. Huh?
We are on IGTV. Facebook? Well, they asked me, and they were like, do you want a lifetime deal for nothing? And I said, I need another place.
I sign?
I need somewhere else to broadcast.
How can I grow your business?
37 people checked.
Cool.
And a Patreon where you can, throw us a little cash for us to pay for the equipment. We're to pay Pete back for the equipment. Let's be honest.
Come on.
Pete desperately needs another computer. No offense.
No,
the time has come.
This is kind of a big piece of shit.
And we need central air that we can play during these hot summer months because the window unit kills us.
Yeah, that would be nice.
We also do want to have some. We want to get some equipment to have guests.
Yeah.
My wife, again, Mama Berry, will not drop it. She will not leave it alone.
Well, have you asked her to rate and subscribe yet?
I have asked her. She's never even listened to a word.
I
accidentally turned it on in the car once, and she was like, "What's that?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it." So the patrons we have so far: Single Dad, Chris Coleman, and MS Babayan, who comments nearly every week. We have a tough one from her coming up. Dad Bod, who's a funky fee on Instagram. Barbara Geiger, thank you. Father figure Julie McCarthy and Sarge and Paula Polsky, who's quickly climbing up the ranks in terms of quality followers. He engages, he interacts.
Nice. Cool.
World's Greatest Dad, Mary Williams, a mom party of 2, who seems to come in spurts. She comes and goes. Sometimes she'll be around, and then she'll disappear. And then our new Patreon, my new dad, Sarah, top tier, just coming out of the gate, top tier. Thank you very much, Sarah. Everybody. We really appreciate that. Did you ever watch My Two Dads?
Of
the TV
course
show?
I did.
How good was that show?
Oh my God!
Had the best
the intro.
PSA like special episode version of a show.
You can count on me.
No, that's not. That's a totally different song,
isn't it?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know the words, but I liked the song.
And it was Paul Reiser, and then the guy
Stacey. What's her name?
I don't know, but it was.
She was on Step by Step.
Yep. And it was.
I did not watch Step by Step.
And
I was
then
dumb
the other
with
dad.
Family
that was his
by
only
that.
acting role.
Paul Reiser and
the other dad.
Yeah, but he sang the theme songs from BJ and the Bear, and he sang, I believe, the My Two Dads theme song. But I also, for some reason, for a long time, thought Woody Harrelson sang the Cheers theme song, even before he was part of the cast. So
that was wasn't that a legit?
I don't know. Is that an urban legend? You've heard that too?
Yeah, I heard that.
Anyway, they did an episode of My Two Dads where to make her not go drunk driving, the two dads, the titular dads,
Got
shout out
wasted
to Paul
and drove
Ackerman.
around.
No, they played like pole position on TV. They had a video game. They drank while they played like a driving video game. And I'm like, that's fucking clever. Like, it's funny, and it's good as you're going to get in terms of how to simulate driving for kids without letting them drive if they're too young, right? You do a little drunk driving, it's a little fun.
And then
I enjoy doing that in a video game. Just a video game, folks.
Yeah.
Anyway, Stacy something.
Stacy, but that was the episode that really stuck in your mind as the Okay.
There's there's a Punky Brewster reboot coming out. And with that, we're going to get to the episode, which is about having a favorite parent. I believe on that show, her guardian was Commandant Lassard.
On
Paul Bellamy. It's not Paul Bellamy.
Was it? No, it was the judge.
It was the judge.
Name.
No, it wasn't the judge.
No, it was the woman judge who's like the very...
No, that's My Two Dads.
I thought we were talking about My Two Dads.
I pivoted to Punky Brewster in the reboot.
Sake.
Commandant Lassard, whose name is escaping me, is a legit actor. I think he might even be in like The Searchers, and it's like, whoa, that fucking guy. He's Punky's guardian, but he's dead now in real life.
And that's what they're going to base this new reboot on.
Also, she got Soleil Moon Frye.
Yeah,
she got breast reduction surgery at some point in her life. For some reason, that was like a big thing.
Okay.
Really showing my age and my proclivities.
What I love
is
just what sticks, what just kind of resonates.
You know what? Everything
in that
sticks.
brain.
It just depends on what I'm pulling out that night. Whoa.
God damn it. That's so
Where's that bag
horrible.
of fingers? All right. We'll be right back with what it's like to be a favorite parent.
All right.
This one's on me. I blew it. I missed.
You totally shit the bed.
You know what? I shit the bed. I'm going to take ownership. As I tell my son all the time, you got to take responsibility for your mistakes. Even if it was an accident, it was your accident. Own up to it.
Right. You're looking at me, though, now, when you say that. When you say it's...
So, okay. I'm sorry. I was remiss in skipping over or in not mentioning a couple of comments we got about our last episode. Which was maybe our most serious episode to date about...
Speaking of, it was a very special episode.
It was a very special episode. We didn't play any video games, but we were drinking a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
We talked about the truth about parenting, the pros and cons, and the challenges, and the blowback that I've gotten and plenty of others get when they, you know what?
We fuck up.
When you speak truth to parents.
Well... I mean, we
didn't fuck up.
I'm just saying when you just fucking do the parenting thing, which you know you're going to fuck up, and so who gives a shit?
Here's someone else, MK Stiv. I never know how to pronounce these names. But anyway, so she or he says, I swear it sometimes feels like a dirty secret. My husband and I chose to have kids, and it wasn't until my second kid, after 5 years of trying, that I realized I'm really not cut out for this. Tough break for that second kid. I love my kids. And I wouldn't trade them, but I feel guilt because parenting sucks the life out of me. Yep. However, my 6-year-old daughter tells me every day that I'm the best mom ever, so there's something to be said for unconditional love.
Absolutely.
So it's one of the things we said is the pits are plentiful, and then every once in a while you get a peak, like your kid tells you you're the best mom ever, and it erases all that shit.
Exactly. You know what I think of? I think of that one Simpsons episode where Homer almost dies, and he's hugging his family, and he's hugging Bart. He's like, I got everything I need right here. And he's hugging Bart, and he's just checking Bart for an extra kidney.
Oh, yeah, I remember
Dad,
that.
You're tickling me. And he's like, I got everything I need right here. That's the kind of thing that brings tears.
That's why I'm trying to get Detective Munch to start a YouTube channel.
Okay.
I need some kind of... I need to profit from my children in some
obviously,
way.
Have him do unboxing
I'm not getting
videos.
the love my mom... I'm not getting the love my wife is getting. We're going to get to that in a few minutes in this episode. But I got to get something for my kids. So, hey, start fucking unboxing, right? Do some Minecraft run-throughs. You do them for me constantly. I couldn't care less. Tell some people who are going to subscribe to your YouTube channel. And tell them about my podcast.
And tell them where you live.
Once you blow up. Tell them where you live. I had a meme once, sort of to echo MK Stave, I had a meme once that said, it took me about 7 years of being a parent to realize that I don't want to be a parent or something like that. Right. I blew it. But a lot of us feel like we're not cut out for it. Because it's not.
I think the thing is
parenting's not natural. It's a hot take.
I also think that once you realize the inevitability of being a parent. So we've talked about this a couple times.
The inevitability.
So, meaning you're 3 months into being a parent, you're like, oh, I got this. I'm a cool parent. I got this, no problem. And then you cut to year 2 or 3, and you're like, oh my God, this is what my life is like from now.
Is this over yet?
Yeah. Can it possibly?
You have 15 years. The kid's 3, you said? Yeah. That's what they say. You get to 18. Guess what? My parents still fucking wait up for me when I go out and come home. I'm 42.
Yeah.
I have kids. I come home. I'm visiting their place for the weekend. I come home. I don't come home to I don't know. What do I stay out to now? 11:30?
7:30?
Yeah, exactly. And they'll still wait up.
When does Buffalo Wild Wings close? I forget.
Point is, that's your joint. Point is, you never stop worrying about your kids. Depending on what kind of person you are, you'll forget to worry from time to time. I'm sure my parents weren't like a fucking wreck all through my college years, although maybe if you saw me in college. Fucking off the rails.
The clarinet
I did not play the clarinet in college, and I will have words with anyone who suggests otherwise.
I'm imagining while your parents were worried. Oh my God.
But I tell you, if I busted that thing out and played the 90210 theme, the fucking chicks would be all over it.
Leave some for the rest of us.
Honestly. So MS Babayan, very loyal follower and a patron for quite some time now.
She's the best.
She said she echoes our thoughts that venting is healthy and in a variety of ways. She says, I have to say that I had nobody around me who had kids when I had my first, and I felt a lot of postpartum depression because I thought the way I felt was wrong, and why didn't I love being a parent, etc. We talked about how, not everybody has that instant connection. It's more likely in a lot of moms because of the biological thing that's been going on for months. But that doesn't mean dads won't have that instant connection. Yeah, and first of all,
this thing is
some people don't.
Yeah, this is a blob that comes into your life for, 4 months? Yeah. And then the first time they smile is,
you've got at least...
Some people mistake gas for smiling.
No, it's at least 3 months.
It's 3 or 4 months. And then, I'll never forget doing that one thing, and the kid smiles, and you do it again, and they smile again, you're like, now I get it. Okay. All right. We're good.
The worst part is you have at least 5 or 6 years before they can credibly have their own YouTube channel. Right?
Exactly.
The personality arrives, but then the real payoff comes.
You're kind of like, hurry up.
It takes a while. So she says it wasn't until she found her online tribes of other parents venting that she finally started to feel better about herself. I sound like Rick Dees or Casey Kasem. It's very common and expected in my culture to not air your dirty laundry or complain. But I made the decision to not let another mom go through what I was going through if I could help by just being honest. That's what I do. That's what we do on this podcast.
Help another
help people. No, we help people. We set the example. We're honest, and we remove the stigma from from telling the truth.
I thought
that's what she says.
We were just 2 horrible dads.
Well, that's
just
awesome,
trying to make sense of what we got ourselves.
But we're admitting we're horrible, and that goes a long way.
Okay,
I think that's kind of the point. So she says, I now have mom friends on all different parts of the spectrum, some who are less sarcastic than me and help me remember the good stuff without judgment, and those that I help feel better about themselves, reminding them that kids are just impossible.
That's true.
I wish someone had just been honest and real with me when I had kids. I could have adjusted my expectations, and it would have been a better experience.
I think that's important. Yeah, I think that is part of it. I think
that's a big point of it's commiseration and solidarity.
If you go into it setting the bar a little lower, maybe, then you don't have to be like, well, what's wrong with me? Because I actually hate this motherfucker right over here who's screaming 24 hours a day and doesn't sleep and doesn't eat and doesn't do fucking
Don't talk
anything.
About your wife like that.
Listen, honestly, let me have my time, okay? I started this whole thing to vent. God. Okay, so anyway, that's just my 2 cents on it. Thank you, MS. Thank you.
Yes, thank you both, MK Stiv. And I apologize for the couple seconds gaps of silence because I forgot to fucking do this. Nate says there will be no gap. He's going to make it seamless like fucking... No, he does say there is a gap. He's not that good. All right, we'll be back after this. Talk about favorite parents. All right, so as I was saying at the top, I gave Instagram followers a choice between 3 topics we've been thinking about. And then the 4th one was don't vote on this no matter what, funny guy. And 50 fucking people chose that one. 50 votes wasted. It's like voting for Ross Perot or Ralph Nader. He did pass away. We're going to talk about that in an upcoming all politics episode.
Entertainment recap. Weekly entertainment
so
recap
you chose
podcast.
what it's like to be the favorite parent. And I think it's funny that my demographics largely skew female because the answers to this were largely from females saying, I'm the favorite parent, and these are the good things and bad things. I had a handful of dads weigh in. We're going to give our dad perspective because we know what it's like.
Because we're dads.
Although I have, you know what? Maybe we're on different pages with this. We're going to talk about it in a minute. So I've been the parent a lot more at home lately because my mom and buried is working. And I wrote a post a few weeks ago about why I suck at being a stay-at-home dad. And then last week or so, I wrote a post about like being stressed out by life, like my job hunt and all that stuff, like real stuff, and snapping at my son when he like came out of the bedroom,
right,
to ask me something innocuous, right? Because I was sick, I was tired, I was frustrated already, I was stressed out, and I was like, I put this kid to bed, I don't want to fucking deal with him again. So I yelled at him a little bit, and then I had to go back to his bedroom and apologize and explain to him, you're draining my finances. You and your brother are draining my finances and my soul, and that's why I snapped at you.
Yeah, do you understand?
You son of a bitch.
Nod your head and say you understand. Look at me.
I apologize. I said none of it was his fault. I shouldn't have snapped at him, blah, blah, blah. And I posted a little thing about that, and people were like, oh, you got to let them know you're human and stuff. And some people were like, it's good for them to like learn the real and learn about your stresses, because the thing was about like not passing your stress on to your kids.
Yeah.
So I'm like, he's 8, right? Like maybe when he's 12,
right?
I don't need to do that just yet, or 10.
Right.
We'll see what happens. And then this weekend I was there again, and my parents heard me like scolding Detective Munch. And as I was packing up to leave, both of my parents pulled me aside and were like, all right, like count to 10 and go easy. I didn't do anything crazy.
Then you turned around, you said, listen, you do.
I started scolding my parents. But the kid was pissing me off. He was doing annoying kid shit. A lot of what they're doing on purpose, right? And it's like stuff you've asked them not to do a million times before, and they still do it.
Yeah. And
stuff that they're doing on purpose because they want to piss you off on purpose. And then when you call them out on it, they act like they didn't know what they were doing, or they weren't doing anything on purpose. So I was raising my voice at my kid, and my mom and my dad scolded me for it. And then you said that you were on the other end.
Well, yeah.
Where you were in the role of my mom and my dad. You like saw somebody scolding their kid.
Well, what had happened was I had secretly gone out to your parents' house and was standing behind them, scolding everybody. And it was a super...
You were yelling at my parents too for being too hard on me.
It was parenting inception is what I did. No, wow. I was actually on my way. This was last week on my way to actually the podcast, and I saw, we were talking about, I saw this dad, and this toddler was in tears and crying, and the dad was just, verbally goes, just shut up. Like, what do you need? And
just at the end of his rope.
Yeah, at the end of his rope. And the thing is I immediately first identified with the parent and was like, that kid's being a total dick.
Yeah, as you should.
But then I was kind of like, because I'm a judging, asshole.
McJudgerson.
Yeah, McJudgerson. I was like, you know what, dude? Like, you shouldn't be yelling like that. What you do is you simply grab hold of that sweet arm.
Wow.
You pull it in close, and you close your teeth, and you just whisper every horrible thing that you're ever going to do. Because in public, you got to keep your cool.
You know what?
Or you got to keep your perceived cool. And the only person that needs to know
is the person
how
you're
fucking
next to. Yeah.
dead they are is the person that you're next to.
But...
yeah.
Sometimes the kid, even though you're not hurting them, they're so scared,
then they'll freak
they start crying, and that makes it even more of a deal. So somebody sent in a topic suggestion of disciplining in public, and I think we can get into that. But what's funny is a bunch of people sent in my response. So that's the topic we're going to do, and the other user suggested topic was favorite parent. And what's funny is a lot of people were like, I thought this was weird. They're like, they're the favorite parent. It makes it harder for them to discipline. Like their kids, they're like such friends with their kids, I guess, that the kids won't listen, which is a rare con, I think, to being the favorite parent. Or is it the rare non-rare con? That made a lot of sense. No, the non-rare con.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Con, like a long con?
Like a
is
bad
that what
thing about,
okay.
like a right, like, do you, okay, so here you go. Do you think of being the favorite parent as a plus or a minus? Would you rather be the favorite parent, the preferred parent, or not?
I wouldn't perceive it that way. I just want, I want is, quite honestly, I don't give a shit. I just want them to get off the fucking couch when I say, hey, can you stop jumping on the couch?
Your wife?
Yeah, exactly. Get your fuck off the couch. No, I just want them to, listen a little more, because I feel like I'm yelling all the time. So I don't really care. I guess my point is I don't care.
The premise of the episode is about talking about favorite parents.
I know.
You've never experienced it. You couldn't say right now who's the favorite parent in your house, you or your wife.
Easily my wife.
Okay. Do you like that?
It's completely constructed every single minute of the day.
What does that mean?
Means that
you mean she's perpetuating her own myth?
There's some myth perpetuation happening, but also at the same time.
You mean she's loading your kids up against you,
No.
or at least praising herself for any kids?
Not,
she does a lot with your kids.
She definitely does a lot. She definitely does a lot. But there is, the thing is that when she gets tired, there's a lot of like, well, who took you to the park today? And I was like, well, it's a little unfair because I was at work, but if
who was trying to build a development to destroy that park today? At work.
Those oil tankers aren't going to dump themselves.
You're like Richard Gere in Pretty Woman. What did he do in that movie? He's like leveraged buyouts.
Yeah, leveraged buyouts.
I have a friend who does that in real life. He has a $60,000 a month apartment in New York City. No, wait, $6,000. My friend is not Donald Trump.
He lives in Park Slope.
But you know what? He might have voted for Donald Trump. Couldn't tell you.
All right. Well, I don't want to talk about that.
We're gonna do that again in our all politics episode. We're going to get into.
Let's talk about something twice as infuriating: kids who pick a favorite parent.
So the preferred parent thing. I had a kid for 5 years before I had a second kid, right? And I remember actively being like, I want my second kid to be a daughter because I will have the chance that I'll be her favorite. And the reason I wanted that is it's like, especially when they're really little. The bond and the love and the affection the mom gets. And sometimes it sucks when, like, the kid will legitimately, like, straight arm me out of the way. Excuse me, to go to my wife. Or say to me, my kid said to me once, I love you too, Dad, just not as much. Literally said that to me once when he was like 3 or 4. And I feel like, and this is what I want to ask you. You have 2 girls.
I have 2 daughters. Yeah.
You don't have daddy's girls? It's because your wife's propaganda campaign. She's constantly.
She's campaigning.
Big mother.
No. Yeah.
Big mother is watching you.
Big mothering. No, she. I really love the fact that I have 2 daughters. They're very different from each other. So I'll just say that.
Yes, I know them both.
One is much more kind of loving and affectionate than the other one, who's much more capable and sort of competent and There's
wow.
Well, meaning there's one that they both have their own
shots fired.
Individual styles. However, it's always mom. Like I'm
okay, but
the thing though, so what I did is there's a couple things that I do. Right, that only I do.
Right.
One is wrestling. Yes. Obviously, we talked about
this.
The
fun stuff.
Then also, but there's also like ice skate. There's like physical activity.
So we're going to get into some of this.
Physical activity.
Well, that's a little different.
I'm the one.
Like athletics.
Yeah,
of any kind.
Any kind of athletic.
But artsy stuff, your wife does. Whether it's fashion or where does the dancing fall?
I don't want to say. I don't want to.
Is that athletic or artsy?
I think that's kind of neither my wife nor.
You guys just tag team. It's
it's
too immense of an undertaking for one person.
To be honest with you, that's definitely more my wife. But the point is that if you were to say which parent do my kids like more, it's my wife's.
So one of the things I want to bring up is we got a lot of answers. My wife's parents. Well, grandparents are always the most liked. Is why. So it's mostly women basically saying what's good and what's bad about being the preferred parent. There's a handful of guys. But one of my questions is, why are you the preferred parent, right? Sometimes, especially for moms, it's a question of the biological bond that sometimes moms have a little bit more intensely than dads, especially early.
Yeah.
Another time is they just spend more time with the kid. That's changing, right? More and more dads are staying home. I'm a stay-at-home dad. And I can feel my relationship with my kids changing a little bit.
Right.
Especially my youngest, when I'm there more often, right?
Yeah.
You're just there, and they're used to kind of going to you if they get hurt or something like that. Sometimes it's because you're the more permissive parent, and you're like, you can do whatever you want, or you're the lazy parent, right? And you just be like, yeah, here's your screen time or whatever. I definitely think my kids probably take a little bit of advantage of me when it comes to screen time, because I am a little bit lazier. My wife would bring my kids to do more shit, especially like during the summer. Yeah. And I'm like freelancing and doing work and like, whatever, watch your fucking screen. Yeah. So sometimes maybe they like me a little better. But my wife is also less of the disciplinarian than I am, right?
Right.
So there's all sorts of different reasons why your kids might like you more.
I'm definitely the nighttime parent, though.
That's the thing. You're a working parent, so you do breakfast and nighttime,
absolutely.
And your wife is kind of checked out.
Anytime it's in the middle of the night, it's always me. I'll get up. I'll do whatever. Someone's sick. Someone doesn't feel well.
Right.
Whatever, I'll get
so I've done that too. So especially because my wife has MS, like getting up in the middle of the night is a big part of it, just to help her get a good night's sleep. But here's something that's interesting. The MS thing complicates it a little, but for so long, I was the working dad who would come home and get the dregs and be with them all day. Now, she comes home.
And you're like...
I'm kind of like, can I lay back at all?
Yeah.
I don't believe I can. We're going to talk about the husband and wife exchange rate, the mom and dad exchange rate, some of the double standards and the challenges that different genders had. And both have double standards weighing against them. So we're going to get into it. So I got a lot of comments, again, mostly from moms, some dads, about what it's like to be the preferred parent and the good parts and the bad, right?
All right, let's get
the number one good part was the love. So many people, right? So cynical parent who's actually a dad says they love to spend time with you. I know for a fact he's got at least one daughter. Mm-hmm. I've seen photos of him with his daughter, so I'm like, maybe that's kind of the daddy girl thing.
Yeah. That's definitely a thing, by the way.
You felt that, but is it...
Definitely.
Does it go away when they become tweens because you less to bond about, but then 100%. When they're teens, maybe it comes back?
It definitely lessens.
It
definitely lessens when they're tweens, but my 8-year-old is definitely a big cuddler, which is really nice.
So Des Dorch down here says the bonding is big for him, right? Sharing similar likes with his kid, watching Into the Spider-Verse 3 times a week. And I said, I don't know if he's bragging or complaining. It's a good movie. My kid likes to watch a lot of stuff over and over. For some reason, it's not the ones that I want him to watch over and over, which is annoying. And sometimes he'll decide he doesn't like a movie anymore after a while. Okay. And he's like, he's having someone who wants to go with me places. I'm like, again, pro or con? I'm not sure. I don't like going places with my kids. He said being able to be a kid again with my kid, which is one of the big stereotypes of what it's like to be a parent, seeing the world through their eyes and having fun like them. Being extra missed when I get home from work. Didn't really happen for me a lot. When I was a working dad, I wasn't extra missed. Maybe every once in a while, or maybe if I was like pissed off one night, maybe the next day my wife prods the kids.
You know what would happen with, or happens still today, is when I come home, and this happens with anything, when a babysitter comes over, when another person enters, the energy changes, and all of a sudden, what was like super calm and like everyone was just chill, they're like animals just running around.
It's like they're lions in the veldt, and you're like all of a sudden you're a gazelle that comes onto the scene.
Well, and then the second
they're hanging out with the babysitter, having a good time. It's all low key, and nobody's in a bad mood. And then the parent comes in.
The door hasn't even closed, and all of a sudden it's like, what'd you do? And I'm like, I literally just walked in the door. I don't know why they're all like,
they're gearing themselves up to start saying no. 100% to resist whatever you want. They know you're probably going to put them to bed. That's not their friend, the babysitter they have fun with. They're even worse at home than they are at school.
Oh, please.
It's one of the things I say to my kids all the time. Would you say that to one of your teachers? If not, don't fucking say it to me.
You got me?
Capiche?
Oh, also, sleepovers. When we get feedback from, the kids go over and they have a sleepover and the parents are like, oh my gosh, they were just amazing.
Yeah.
Like, my
kid was good. Yeah, you're baffled that somebody thinks your kid is good.
What are you talking about?
So, what you said, all the snuggles, live, love, rodeo, or maybe live, love, rodeo. Maybe she lives in Beverly Hills. 90210.
Pretty tight.
That reboot's coming back. More snuggles, she says. Kay Garcia, 1214. All the hugs, kisses, and drawings made just for me. So all the artwork, a lot of them. Yeah. Oh, I love you, mommy. That shit happens all the time. It used to, especially when my oldest was younger. A lot of shit from mommy. And then every once in a while, like, Mom and Barry would remind him, like, hey, that guy. And he would, like, bring some bullshit home for me.
But the school year hasn't started, so just wait. Maybe, hopefully, you can get a little bit of that.
He's going into fourth grade. I don't think he's going to be doing that. But maybe the toddler. Tyler and I maybe a little bit closer because and one of the reasons I'm not my oldest kid's favorite, besides the fact that I'm more of a disciplinarian, I yell a lot more, and I worked for probably 5 of his 8 years, but also I'm much more likely to come down on him partially because we're so similar. And we're butting our heads nonstop.
So you're more similar to your oldest and less.
I don't know yet with the 3-year-old, right? Yeah. He's more of like I don't give a fuck about anything. I'll like walk in the middle of the road, like happy-go-lucky, but also like stupidly. Right. Confident.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. He has no fear, right? And the oldest kid has some anxiety and stuff, which I don't have, but he's a huge smart ass. He's super stubborn. Right. He will fucking contradict everything you say. He gets really literal with shit. I'm like, oh, come on, man. It's 8:15. It's fucking 8:07. Like, oh, damn it. Like, just to be like a little know-it-all. And I know for a fact that I had pockets of my life where I was like that to my parents, and I was just that fucking, especially when you're a teenager. He just happens to be fucking 8. Right. Which does not bode well for the teenage years when we are fucking butting heads and maybe brass knuckles, because this shit's getting real
Yeah.
When he's the same size as me?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think that, this was another episode we're going to do probably. Our topic is girls versus boys, but I can...
Girls versus boys. The difference between raising girls and raising boys.
It's looking... You
have a better perspective on that because you've got both.
It's looking... Yeah, but it's looking... I'm scared as shit.
But I will say, like, there is a few things, like with my oldest, like we love a lot of the same movies. We're into superheroes, and I'm teaching them about the Beatles and the music that I love and that stuff. So we do have that bonding. Doesn't make me the favorite parent. I think without that bonding, we'd be in a world of hurt. Like, I'm also the fun guy and the wrestler and that kind of stuff, which kind of goes a long way. Yeah. But there are some cons, right? So a lot of the women, KCMWVU said that she gets out of their housework. It's kind of like when you get home from work, she's done, right?
Yeah.
Right. So like she does so much with the kids, maybe she doesn't have to do some of this other bullshit housework. You just automatically have to fucking pick up that slack.
Yep.
Right. Little Charmer 80 says her husband feels bad that she has no personal space, so encourages her to have a night out. So she'll do that.
Definitely.
These are bonuses.
Okay, can I just say something about this? That's such a key part of it.
The guilt.
Like no, not the guilt, but the quid pro. You know, there's definitely. In fact, I'm very much in favor of encouraging the spouse to
me too.
Go out
go
and
blow off some steam.
Whatever you need to do.
I know what
just
it's
chill
like.
out, like do your thing. And for me too, you know, I'll do one night a week. She'll do 2-3 nights a week, maybe 7.
You know what? It is what it
whatever.
is.
It doesn't matter. Maybe I'll go out for like 8 minutes at lunch. It's fine.
It counts. You know what I'm saying. In her
counts.
logbook.
Yeah, absolutely.
He had 8 minutes.
Yeah,
I get
8
times 500.
I mean, she's on Find My Friends all the time.
Is that a thing? Find My Friends? Is that like Christian Mingle?
She just knows exactly if I've moved from the office or not.
Oh, her own friends.
No, it's an.
It's on your phone. Find My Phone.
Yeah,
not Find My Friends.
It's actually Find My Friends. But anyway.
I don't have any friends. Wouldn't know.
Well,
can I use that to find friends?
Friend finder. But I guess my point is being able to go out is a key part of it. This shit is hard. And so it's good to be able to let your spouse.
But I think of some of these things. So a lot of people, they talk about when we're coming up, how much the lack of space that they have, right?
Yep.
The kid is on them all the time.
Oh, because of the favorite, yes.
And from me not being the favorite, that's one of the best things about it.
Yeah.
Right? Like the kid will be like, no, I want mommy to read me the book. Or I want mommy to do I get stuck on that shit for certain things or whatever, certain nights. Because in reality, it fluctuates.
Yeah.
Which I think is probably the normal way. The kids will just choose who they like better a particular day. But there's a lot of times where, like, and it's not so much anymore, but when the kid was younger, where, like, there's no point in reasoning with the 3-year-old. If he wants mommy, he's fucking getting mommy. And I'll just be like, sitting back with my bourbon, watching this fucking Sox.
Watching The Voice, probably.
I don't watch reality shows. I don't watch reality shows. But that's great. I love that. And they talk about that a lot. And I love that even without the crowding that a lot of these women get, or a lot of the moms get, where they talk about...
I said the other night, everyone's like, "Hey, when's mom coming home?" Like, it doesn't matter. It should never. We don't know.
Right.
Just doesn't matter. Just go to bed. She's not coming home.
She's never coming back unless you go to bed.
Awake.
It's like she's like Santa Claus.
Are you going to be here?
In actuality, she is Santa Claus. Hope kids aren't listening to this.
And then I get
Pete's wife is Santa Claus.
I get. Are you going to be here? And I'm like, I'm still thinking about it. So
right.
It all depends on how the next 15 minutes go. If you're chill, I'll be here. If not, I'm out.
So a lot of these women complain about the lack of space and the lack of alone time, right? Brenna de Herrera says never pooping alone is a big con. Mrs. Squally, I said the same thing twice in a row. I never get to use the bathroom by myself. There is no safe place. Steph DeBrezzo, my 3-year-old daughter insists, this is great, my 3-year-old daughter insists that I and only I come in to admire her, quote, beautiful poops. Her 3-year-old daughter wants an audience.
Right.
Pongalong Park says clingy ass kids, especially when they're crying sad, which is all the time. Right. When they're just constantly on your wife's arm or dragging her legs. Can't go to the bathroom without someone on your lap. You never get a fucking second alone. Too much touching. My wife complains about that sometimes.
Are we talking about kids or ecstasy? I forget.
Yeah, not enough touching on ecstasy.
Yeah.
But the kids are like, literally, like movie nights, they will just fall up on her in the corner of the couch. And it's just, you know, obviously they love the extra snuggles, but the flip side of that is...
it's too hot.
I need a little space. It's too hot. They're always climbing on you. Terrence88 says. JKS Smith says, go sit on your dad. And sometimes I want my kid to sit on me. And he'll, again, outright refuse, right? Which is really frustrating. But the flip side of that is, again, not being relied on for as much.
So my son will give just be really like nice long hugs to my wife, and every time I'm like, oh, I'll get.
He pats you real quick.
No, he'll just full suplex me in the nuts. He's coming in hot.
Does he think it's like wrestling time just because it's you?
Immediately he'll be like, okay, and then he'll stand up and then just drop with both knees.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's so I have to catch him.
He's a big dude too.
He's huge, and I have to catch him.
Hurt your arms.
And then the problem is once I have him locked, because I'm like, hey, come on, don't do that. He's like, he thinks it's wrestling.
It's a game, yeah.
And then I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't need this. I'd rather not have a hug than get suplexed to the nuts and then have to like de-escalate a wrestling scenario.
Does he ever do that with your wife?
Of course not.
He just lays on her and snuggles her.
The only thing is that he's so big. He's like Lenny, like with the mouse that he protects.
Yeah, we're going to the farm, George.
Yeah. He's so big.
When we go see the rabbits, George.
Yeah. He'll if she's kind of like just tying her shoe or something like that, like in a position that's kind of crouched, he'll come and hug. He'll go to hug her.
Irritating.
And just immediately
she knocks over. She falls over.
And like,
don't you hate that? You're really vulnerable when you're like on your knee, tiny.
And then of course like
topple over. Nate knows what I'm talking about.
as you go to steady yourself, there's your wrist blown out.
Broken your wrist.
Yeah, there you go. There's another thing.
Did this happen? Has this happened in your house?
It has. There's a lot of
absolutely not happened.
I've got avian. Well, my wife has avian.
You have avian.
avian bird.
Bird
bones.
flu.
No.
Bird bones. That's from 30 Rock.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Emily Mortimer. She was on my train once. Anyway, so what's annoying, not only having the personal space, Nate did not like that. Celebrities, look, I fucking name drop once in a while. My wife saw Eva Longoria tonight, and I saw Emily Mortimer on the train once.
You know what? It's all good. You guys,
all good. You know what it is?
It's
all fucking great. Yeah, we hang near, we brush shoulders. So not only is the lack of physical space annoying, the reliance, and the moms were bitching about this. The kid wants them for everything. I have a small zoo. There's a bunch of underscores in there. I'm not going to read them all. It takes too long. She says they always go to the preferred parent for everything, meaning she's a preferred parent, and it sucks. KM Polite said the other parent wants to help, but the child refuses them and demands you instead, which sucks for the other parent sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes when like your kid gets hurt and you want to comfort them and they fucking beeline past you.
It's not only that. It's like
that happens sometimes.
Yeah, of course. But
and it's like a dagger to the heart.
Is it, or are you like, no, don't go to your mom. She's already angry. Just come over here.
Oh well, no. Sometimes you do that.
No. I have to go to mom. And you're like, don't go to mom.
But that's more of you saving the mom than the kid, I think.
No,
when my wife is at the end of her rope,
sure, what's gonna happen? She's gonna be like, you can't deal with this.
Like, come with me, guys. Like your wife starts going nuts.
Tried, and then you're like negotiating. You're like, okay, how many lollipops do you want?
Yeah.
I got lollipops.
Discipline out the window.
Whatever you need. Come, just don't talk to your mom
right now,
because I'll get some.
It's not a good idea for anybody. Yeah. Let's just be honest.
Look, I can't explain it now. You got to come with me.
That's in the town.
Yeah. I can't. You don't.
Ben Affleck's like, I need your help. You can never ask me about it. We're gonna go hurt some people.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm in. So you got to get your kids to be like your allies, right? Mm-hmm. Mom is fucking going ape shit.
Yep.
She's gonna go neutron bomb on you.
Exactly.
If you and I both don't fucking run for cover.
Yeah.
Right. I know she's your favorite parent, and you want to go for her for your boo boo.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Listen, what do you want?
I got lips.
I got Coke.
I got heart. I got bleed.
Whatever kind of
you
milkshakes.
Got Coke?
Yeah.
Like Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
No wonder you're the preferred parent.
No, totally.
That's what you gotta do. It's like putting bacon in your pocket when you're trying to like get a dog to come to you. I
got bacon. Actually, my 8-year-old would.
I find this insane. So Satruit says she always wants me. Amy Langlais says they always want you for everything. Live Love Rodeo says the fits when I leave are a big con. So like when she's walking out the door, the kids are like screaming, no, mommy, don't leave. How much does that suck for you when you're the dad at home with the kids? It's one thing if that's a babysitter, but if your wife is going away for like a weekend or for the night and you're at home and they're screaming for her while you're like literally standing behind them, that makes you feel like dog mess. You don't think so?
Yeah, I've been
Not only are you going to be stuck at home with your kids now without any backup, they don't like you. Like in that moment, they're like, "No, mommy!" They're screaming because they want their mom. It hurts.
Yeah, it does. I'm actually thinking about the times that I've left where the kids are at the other side of the door going, Dad, and then I'm like, oh my God, no, because I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna hear about this.
Oh yeah, me too. Right.
I'm like, everybody just shut up and be cool. Yeah. We're gonna get out of the situation alive.
If the kids are still screaming after you leave, you get blamed for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, enjoy your night out. I'm just fucking dealing with this pack of wild animals.
Are you going to have fun tonight?
No, it's fine. Cool. It's fine. Have fun with your friends.
You go. Have fun. I'm going to work.
You're not bitter, are you?
It's 8 o'clock. I'm going to work.
It's 8 in the morning. I'm going to work. Get off me. So Little Charmer 80 says the same thing. They go ape shit when I try to leave, or with daddy doing bedtime routine for them, or when she just leaves the house. Anna K 85 being dragged out of bed at 5 a.m. or when her husband lets her nap. See, this is the other side. Like, I will do this all the time where, like, kids, mommy's napping, don't go in there. And for whatever reason, one of the fucking kids needs mommy for some reason. Maybe I've said no, or maybe they're just, the toddler's just in his mommy phase. He tries to go into the room. If he wakes them up, guess who gets the fucking bullet in the head? Me.
You couldn't just keep them for 20 minutes.
Exactly.
You couldn't keep him for 20 minutes.
No, he's a wild animal.
I was dealing with the other wild animal.
Exactly. We have 2 wild animals. Yeah. So why Markley says you never get a break because you're always wanted. Here's one of the most demeaning parts. VLF_01040. Wow.
That's such a tight
It's like from
handle.
the future. It says she hates being chosen to butt wipe. I had a meme once that said, I'm pretty sure my kid can wipe his own ass. He just makes me do it to break my spirit. Yeah. Once they get to like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, that does suck to do the demeaning shit. That's not even as good as looking at somebody's beautiful poops. Right? This is wiping. A lot of people said the wiping thing sucked.
Designated ass wiper is tough.
So Mrs. Chelsea says hearing mom forever, like that old Family Guy commercial.
Yeah.
You remember that one, Nate? He knows what I'm talking about. Jess_Fairley says being asked for snacks while I'm showering, even though my husband is doing nothing. This was big. So a lot of the women complained about, even though the husband is like sitting in the room with the kids, they will like ignore his presence and go ask mommy for help or for a snack, no matter where she is, whether it's in the shower or what.
Well, this is the thing that I'm saying about no, don't go to mom. You don't understand. We're all gonna get.
Sure.
I'm gonna.
She's gonna be pissed off they came to her in the shower, and he's pissed off at you.
Me, then I'm gonna take it out on you. I've explained. Remember, you know me. We weaponize everything in our household, like Santa and whatever. And the point is when my wife's like, "I'm gonna take a shower," it's a knowing no.
If you don't fucking keep the kids out of here, you are dead meat.
If a door even flinches for a second.
Hold on.
You're dead.
Little behind the scenes action.
Okay.
I shared a post by your wife on Instagram. She wrote a long post on Facebook once about this very thing. About
she did do that.
The neediness of her kids. And in typical your wife fashion, she went from being like, one of those nights I was taking a shower, and she like exaggerated how long it was because moms never get long showers because fucking moms are the martyrs of the world. Right. You know how it is. You and I.
Yeah.
We're on the same page. She was complaining about the kids needing her, all 3 kids, even though you were out there or whatever, right? And then she turns it around and like pivots in the middle and talks about how it's so amazing for your kids still to be this young, that they rely this much on you and all this shit. And it was just lovely. I share that every once in a while, and people love it. She didn't include anything about, and then I get revenge on my husband for fucking up my shower. Yeah. But the subtext was there. You can read between the lines.
Yeah, you get it. You get it.
I'm sure all the moms out there got it. Just the mention of you while my husband is out there, you're like, oh.
No.
It's like the dog whistle.
Where you're like, you lazy fucking husband. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck is your husband doing at this time?
Here's what I'm saying.
The moms will come at you.
No. Yeah. And I'm literally
like
holding 2 down, and 1 got away because I can't figure.
You got to trip her. You got to swing out and trip her.
Yeah, exactly.
When you do that no thing, that's like, that Shia LaBeouf is known for like going no in his movies. There's like a supercut from like 30 different movies of him doing that. Yeah. It's like Harrison Ford's Finger of Doom. He does that. Do not bark at me like I'm some kind of junkyard dog. I think that was what the president said.
The grumpiest actor I've ever
Did you see that Bruno movie where the whole Sacha Baron Cohen does Bruno, and he's showing a focus group? He's saying he created a show in it, and Harrison Ford has an appearance in the show, and he's showing it to a focus group, and he keeps teasing the appearance. And then when the appearance finally comes at the very end of the episode, it's just a 2-second shot of paparazzi zooming in on Harrison Ford and him going, "Fuck off!" It's very funny. Almost as funny as the 30-second scene of a prosthetic penis flip-flopping on the screen during the focus group. They think these people are voting on whether this should go on TV or not, and for 30 straight seconds, people from the Midwest. It's a very funny movie.
When was the last time you saw Harrison Ford on the train?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, I wish.
Yeah, when was it?
I've never seen anybody genuflect so hard.
Where's the ACE?
Is that Clint Eastwood or Harrison Ford?
I don't know. He's so grumpy.
I was on an elevator with Harvey Keitel once, and I told him as he was leaving, he was wearing a fucking ascot, right? You think of this guy as kind of like a gangster. He's wearing an ascot. As he was leaving, I said,
"You look good naked."
No, I said, he does look good. Bad Lieutenant. Classic. Put that on your list. Bad Lieutenant.
Yeah, Bad Lieutenant's bad. Yeah.
As he's leaving the elevator, I stepped out of the way for him and I said, "I love your work." The biggest.
Did he have his puke bowl with him?
He had somebody with him.
No, his puke bowl.
Oh, his puke bowl.
You could throw
yeah,
up
I don't know. It's gold plated, man. It's heavy. I tell we're talking about.
All right.
I don't know how we got there. So
let's get back.
Say that the reliance is a big pain in the ass for the kids, and it comes on us to kind of pick up the slack and to know when mom needs a break and that kind of stuff.
I think for the dads out there that are semi woke, we're trying, but it doesn't always work.
No, it doesn't always work.
These kids are wily, and we're trying to say don't do that, and they're like, don't do what?
We're trying to help our wives out. We're not that good at stopping the kids.
These kids, they'll go. They're like Terminators. You know the Liquid Terminator? How he goes through the bars?
Dead. Yeah. Robert Patrick. Yeah.
He just. That's what will happen.
No interest in the new Terminator.
Okay.
So we were talking about some of the benefits of not being the favorite. Mimosas with Moms. They have that fun podcast. She says, I'm not sure who manages her account, says, easy way out. Sorry, honey, she wants you, which is the greatest thing about not being the preferred parent. When they're relying so much on your wife and they want you, or you're talking to them, I'll sometimes even tell my kid, I'll be like, oh, mommy's better at that. Go fucking I know we're supposed to be semi-woke, but sometimes I do that. What are you
talking about? Like what? Like a specific task of some kind?
Yeah, just anything. Like, oh, mommy's better at that, or you prefer when mommy does that, or when your mom asks your mom. God damn it, it's Freudian, huh? Yeah. When your wife asks you to do something for the kid, you're like, oh, you're better at it, or they like it better when you do it. She wants you to do it, right? You lie about if the kid asks for them or not. You don't do this shit. I thought you weaponized everything.
I'm too scared of my wife who's weaponized my kids against me. I'm too scared.
But the bedtime routine, like Lai Woodruff says, I'm the one who has to read 10 chapters of Captain Underpants before bed.
Oh my God, that's too many chapters of Captain Underpants.
Oh my God, you skip 10 of the 11 pages.
No, but they know.
I agree. I've never read the Captain Underpants. I saw the movie.
It's really funny, and
the movie is actually pretty good.
But you need to have your kids be reading that themselves because it's good. It's good reading.
Well, okay. So my kids read Harry Potter and stuff. So the hangry dad says uses this exact tactic. But you're so good at putting her to bed, right? Like my wife does that in the morning with coffee, where she'll be like, "We'll make coffee." I'm like, "It's your turn." But she's like, "But you make it so much better. It tastes so much better when you make it." Shut up! I see right through you.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna fucking do it anyway, but I know what you're doing, and it sucks.
It's funny. My wife's just like, "No, I'm gonna sleep. You go."
My wife does that too.
You deal with it.
But every once in a while, I'll give her some shit, and
like,
she'll be like,
no.
and then it escalates. Okay. So, Mama Mezzo talks about how the other side of it, where her husband gets sad that the child wants her more, right? But you don't feel that. You don't regret. You don't mind not getting the extra cuddles or the kid liking you at all.
So let me just
Even
put it
slightly.
this way: I don't travel for work, so I'm home a lot. As we talked about, mornings and
but you're not home as much as your wife is home.
No, I know, which is like I consider a positive thing because it's a lot. It's
sure. Well, I'm doing that now, and I don't like it. It is a lot.
I do breakfast and get everyone ready for school, get them out. Yeah. My wife also does some of that sometimes, and then does the rest of the day, right? And then when I come home,
it's your turn.
I help out at night. So I don't know.
You feel like you get enough that you don't feel neglected or whatever,
exactly.
and you understand why sometimes they gravitate towards her.
Yeah, but
you get the dregs.
And like I said, I'm the one at night. Anytime anyone has any issues at night, I'm the go-to. Right. I'm the go-to person. I don't feel well. I'm scared. I had a bad dream. I had this.
Well, Kevin Shellchase says that.
They don't even think
about asking
about going.
This is her time
to my wife's side of the bed. Not even that. I think that's where I'm feeding off this. Like I feel like they're really coming to me. Because
that makes you feel good.
Yeah, it makes me feel good.
So Kevin Shellchase says one of the pros, and he's a dad. Says the baby wants me at bedtime. And one of the cons is the baby wants me at 5 a.m. But I'm the same way, right? We do bedtime together, especially now. But when it was like the baby, if my wife needed sleep or whatever, I would do that. And I was always getting up the 2 times in the middle of the night. Yeah. Even if it was just like getting the baby and giving him the bottle or whatever. Try to let your wife sleep just because she's just gave birth in that situation. My wife has MS, so she needs extra sleep. So when the kids were waking up in the middle of the night regularly, I was the go-to guy.
Totally.
Which is, like you're saying, I guess there's something nice about it. It's a special time you don't have otherwise. But it also,
I mean,
like,
the point being is that
exhausting.
if they're, that is exhausting, but also so is everything else we just heard about, like being smothered by kids and having them sit on your lap all the time. I mean,
but
obviously,
it does happen to dads, apparently.
Yeah, of course.
Some of them. Viral Dad says, my boys come to me when they get hurt. He's flattered, but his wife is envious. See, I'm a little bit like that, where sometimes I get envious. But I also can't handle blood. So... I'm a little squeamish. Oh. So when my kid banged his head open, we had to get those staples. My wife kind of ran point. Yeah. I grabbed him, and I'm the one who screamed the loudest about, what are we going to do? But she handled a lot of the rest of it. To dad or alive. It may not be a 2. I might have screwed that up. So dad or alive, but it's one of those weird dad._or._alive. I don't even know if that's my friend Adrian. It might be, because he's a dad or alive, and maybe his Instagram was taken. He says they never take you seriously when it comes to discipline. I guess because like they like you too much and you guys goof around and have fun too much. I wouldn't know what that's like.
Yeah,
Potentially Adrian. I don't know that one.
No, I do know what it's like to not.
Oh, I know what it's like for your kids to not take you seriously when you discipline, but not because I'm the preferred parent.
No.
It's just because kids are dicks and they don't they don't listen to you more often than not.
Yeah. I'm definitely I'm definitely joking around much more with everybody.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be. You would think superficially like I'm the jokey guy, but no, I'm a yelly angry guy.
I'll take a potentially serious request and really string it out and turn it into a bit.
I do that sometimes. My kid gets really annoyed. Your kids
absolutely
love it.
Hate it.
Oh my god!
The kid asking hates it, and the other two.
When is this going to end?
Well, that's who I'm playing to. My other two.
Right.
I'm really playing
that's
to my 4-year-old.
That's going to make the other kid hate that even more. You're humiliating me.
Excuse me. Don't you know my family?
You weaponize it all.
Exactly.
Right.
It's all weapons.
So Brian Gill 21 says the opposite, that the kid listens way better to him and gets less bullshit behavior in general. Maybe because they have more like equals. They're peers. And like, hey, buddy, you do me a solid, I'll do you one. Right? So you listen to me, you don't fuck around, we're good. Well, then but the toddler tortures his wife on the flip side, like on purpose, is like, I don't know, like mean or whatever
God, that
his
would
wife.
Be so horrible.
And then the wife now hates them both. So he said it's a great home life.
Well, that's what I can imagine, right? So either the you're coming in hot and the kid just knows like, ooh, like stay away. Like, okay, you set the boundary.
Or they see their ally.
And then they're like, okay, I'm just gonna like shit all over this person. Yeah. The flip side is, and we talked about this, about the different parenting styles on that episode was.
I don't remember that at all.
No, well, my wife.
You and your spouse have different ones.
I'm always at like an 8, and my wife's at like a lovely 4, right up until she goes to 14.
Yeah.
And then it's like everyone in the house is
I agree.
Okay,
we're like the same way. Yeah.
Yeah. Be careful.
How often does that 14 happen? Once every 2 months?
I mean, it happens. It happens. Often, not like once a week, but not like every so often, like once a month. Yeah, probably.
Nice to know.
I mean, look, you got 3 kids, and they're fucking all like,
All you gotta say is you got 3 kids, and I get it.
Well, and then what we gotta talk about, honestly, is like the different personalities. They're not all the same.
The kids?
Yeah, these kids.
Every kid is like a snowflake.
You know what? Send them back.
Right? We're all like snowflakes.
I want bricks.
No, not like Trump snowflakes. Every kid is uniquely sculpted.
Well, that's exactly.
Well, that's like a fingerprint.
But that's exactly what that term is meant for. It's a derogatory term, meaning, oh, you're special.
You're special. Yeah,
when
sure.
you really want, what I've said is, what
you really, really want.
I'm raising a corporate mergers and acquisitions lawyer, but what I really want is like a drone. I want someone who does exactly what I'm asking them to do, and I'm saying as a parent. In the moment, you
want them to do whatever you want, but you want them to also come out to be fully realized individuals.
Exactly. And what I'm getting,
say fuck authority,
exactly,
and think for themselves. But you don't want them to exercise that while they're under your roof.
Not now, and not with me. I want them to do with other people at other times. Just come on, context.
But we were talking earlier. Sometimes they do. You don't even realize if you're doing a good job as a parent because they're their worst selves around you, and then they go somewhere else at school or whatever, or friends, and you hear, guess what? Your kid is actually pretty fucking good.
I know. I hate
but
that.
Don't just assume I'm talking about you, because some of your kids suck all around, including mine probably. It's not the same in every case.
To be honest with you, that's the only sort of element of jealousy that sometimes I feel, which is I'm like, wait, really? They're like really that good?
But you can't experience that. That's the paradox of.
Can you come over to my house and show me? I'll be in a duck blind. Just imagine a duck blind. I'll be like a fridge, but there'll be like a little.
They need to film it. They need a nanny cam.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if you're like, oh, can your
see
kids sleep over with my son tonight? Yeah, sure. But can you just film the whole thing for me?
Oh my God.
As you should ask the next. Just film the whole thing for me. I want to see how he behaves.
And you're saying this kid that we're talking about, my kid doesn't roll their eyes at you.
Everything you say.
Everything
he
you
calls
say.
you sir.
Yeah.
What? That's when you get the Eddie Haskell thing going on, though. When like you can't believe a kid that does that. So we talked a lot about the pros and cons of being a preferred parent. Neither Pete nor I really has ever felt it.
No, I'm not.
Pete doesn't really care. He gets his fill of his kids, and he's fine being the backup guy.
I'm good being backup QB, but also at the same time,
I'm forced into being the main.
But
I
like
starter right now.
But I like my role. I like the wrestling role. I like the active role.
Well, as long as your wife likes her role,
she doesn't. She doesn't. She really doesn't.
Exactly.
And
man,
I
know what that's
I'm
like.
pretty much the reason that she doesn't. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Things are getting dark.
Yeah.
I think you do a great job, Pete.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
And your kids are great people.
You know what? My kids are awesome, and my wife's awesome, and I'm just bullshitting.
Oh,
I'm not walking it back, but I'm also kind of like not.
But you can't walk it back when you walk it back and then admit you were just lying about walking it back. That's not how it works.
Yeah. No, it's a fun period of time.
I mentioned we put this up in a poll, and people wanted to hear all the shitty things about being a preferred parent. Well, I could pine for all those shitty things because my kids. I'm lucky if I get a hug. That's all I'm saying.
So
right?
you're feeling it. You feel you're.
Yeah. Sometimes I miss it. I love not being called upon to do some of the bullshit. But again, that causes so much problems with the wife. You can't even take advantage
Who's
of it.
the ass wiper?
Me. I'm the potty guy. Yeah, for the most part. Especially now that I'm home.
Yep. Me too.
So the other topics we put up were having a favorite kid, which is still a taboo topic for parents to discuss, to admit whether you have a favorite kid. We're going to get into that. I don't know if that'll be next week, but that's one of the upcoming ones.
Yeah.
And we have maybe a special surprise for episode 30. Pete hates it. We're gonna talk about it a little bit and see what you guys think.
I hate it.
We're going to see what you guys think.
Right.
But we appreciate your feedback. Subscribe, like, comment, review, Patreon, all that jazz. Any way you can support us.
We love doing this.
We appreciate it.
And we appreciate that you guys
really
like it.
would like summer heat to stop because I'm sweating.
It's hot as shit.
I look like I'm shooting A Time to Kill with Ashley Judd. They're very sweaty in that movie.
What a reference to end on. Thanks, Mike.
I've got another
What about
one.
Alienation?
You know what? It's Enemy Mine, and I regret that I blew those two things.
Okay.
We're going to talk about Iron Eagle coming up next week.
Sounds good. Thanks, everyone. See you next week.
I don't know why you would still be watching This Isn't a Marvel movie, no matter how much I look like Paul Rudd, which you can deny it all you want. It's there in the eyes, I think. I'm young looking like him. If you enjoyed the podcast, which you obviously did or you wouldn't be listening still, sign up on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you want to listen to. Comment here on YouTube. Subscribe. Hit that like button. We want to hear from you. Comments, questions, dirty jokes, money. All the money you can give us. We'd love it all. Catch you next time.